Hello everyone, I hope that you're doing really well and thank you so much for watching this video. In today's video I wanted to talk about one of my favorite decluttering experts, Marie Kondo. Marie Kondo is a Japanese professional declutterer and she was the one to set up a decluttering craze all over the world. She is one of the pioneers in simplifying your space and inspiring people to be surrounded by the things that really inspire joy and get rid of the things that no longer serve you and that are not useful for you. I am a firm believer that if you clear your space, you will slowly move to clearing your mind as well. After numerous of recommendations to read Marie Kondo's books, I've done it and I found a lot of good tips, because when I heard first time about her technique as a mother, I thought that perhaps this might not be useful for me and not necessarily will work for me as a mother, just because I'm very busy with my tasks and I wasn't too sure if I can handle the big pile of things in one sitting and not be interrupted by kids. Mainly Marie Kondo's technique involves bringing all of your things of the same sort, for example clothes, in one pile and sorting through it. She also suggests that you need to touch your item, you need to feel it and hold it and think if that brings you joy. There are some things that I would love to add to her technique personally, just because I feel that her technique perhaps is more suitable for single people or single couples without kids. I've also made Marie Kondo's book review that is titled Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, so I will link that for you in the description box. Lesson number 1 that I have learned from Marie Kondo book Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up is to tackle everything by category, not by room. What I used to do before is, and I think many of us do this mistake, that we decide to declutter areas. So let's say one day we decide to declutter bedroom, another day kitchen, hallway, lounge area, and so on. However, Marie Kondo suggests that we should bring items of same sort in one pile from all the rooms around our house. So perhaps if you start with clothes, you can take away clothes from your wardrobe, from your drawers, from hallway, anywhere you have clothes, even from your bathroom if you are keeping clothes there. Wherever it is, the same things go in one pile. Same goes with the books around your house. Doesn't matter if it's cookbooks, if it's kids books, if it's your own personal books, if it's a professional book, and if you have anything in the storage, including the loft or garage. So you bring everything in one pile and start from there. This way, she says that clutter and unwanted things, unused things, will no longer be able to stay in your home. Lesson number 2 that I've learned from Marie Kondo's decluttering technique is that purging can feel good. Decluttering can feel freeing and it can make you feel great. Previously, I thought that decluttering is a chore and I felt somewhat heavy about it and I was avoiding to do it. But what she suggests is get in the mood. Maybe put your favorite music on, or if you want to listen to a book, you can also lit up some candles, put up some scents in your room, whatever makes you feel good. Wear your comfortable, good clothes so you are ready to declutter. If you have family, maybe ask your family or friends or your husband to take kids to the park so you can have this free afternoon for yourself. If you don't have anyone to help you, if your kids go to school or nursery, or maybe when they are taking a nap, you can start working on it. The idea behind all of this is that once you feel joyful, you will be able to easier let go of the things that no longer serve you and you no longer use, but you cling on to it. Another good practice that she suggests before decluttering is to say a little prayer and just ask for this decluttering session to be freeing, to help you to cut the ties with the things that created some sort of belonging and dependence on the thing, and also be grateful for the things that served you and thank for them coming to your life and serving you, that thank for the ability that you were able to buy them. This will also help you to let go of the things that are no longer needed in your life. Personally, declutter a lot of things, especially things that I've bought on sale or in thrift stores. Things that perhaps were not necessarily my own style, but I thought that they look great, but they never integrated with my wardrobe. Personally, in one sitting, I was able to gather nearly 10 bags of clothing that belonged to my family. And that felt freeing. I did not feel any guilt. I knew that some of the items will serve some other people because I have donated them. Some of them I have sold. Lesson number 3 that I've learned from Marie Kondo, and I think it's a great one, is to respect your belongings. I think that this Marie Kondo's decluttering advice is widely criticized just because people are taking it too seriously or too literally. What she's asking us to do is to consider each thing's or each clothing item feelings. And I don't think that we should take it so mystically. I think what she meant by that is that perhaps you have also experienced that when you open a cupboard and all things start falling out of it just because everything is piled up on top of another. And it's not that things are feeling something, it's that you are feeling overwhelmed and you are feeling somewhat depressed and suppressed just by the seeing those things in such a clutter. Similarly, I don't know if you do that, but I used to have that elbow fight with all of my clothes, trying to go through the hangers, trying to take things out or just put it back in, and it was just too much. It felt like my clothes feel miserable just because I felt miserable. And once you clear out that space, once you clear out your shelves and your clothing rack, you will see there is some kind of feeling of lightness, and space opens up. It's just great. You will start feeling better. Another thing to take away from this is to learn to cherish your items, to take good care of them, because we are living in a society which is really fast moving. Fashion is fast moving, so we buy, we use items, we don't respect it, we don't know how to care for the item, especially if it's clothes. Perhaps if we buy something of a good quality and we know how to take care of it, a classic piece, that will last us longer. And if you put a good energy towards your clothes, you will feel better wearing it just because you know that you've taken proper care for it. And here comes lesson number 4 that I have learned from Marie Kondo in relation to caring for your things, especially for your clothes, and that is fold it, don't hang it. And what she suggests is that we should use a dresser instead of the wardrobe. Think about it, how wardrobe looks in your space. It takes such a huge amount of space. It's really tall. We're not necessarily using all space in it, and clothes are hanging, taking loads of space in your room. As dressers are short in nature, they don't take up the upper space in the room. The area feels much lighter and not so cluttered and also stylish. So give this idea a thought. What I would suggest is, perhaps you have seen in IKEA, they have these drawer storage boxes that you can put in your drawers and organize your clothes there. Personally, I would suggest learning Marie Kondo's folding technique. It's very easy to do, and once you learn that, You put your clothes in the drawers and it sits there really well. Most of the times you will not need to iron your clothes again, because that is also a chore, and mothers especially have other things to do than ironing. This also helps you to see all the items that you have very clearly, and you will no longer need to struggle to find it. I understand that there are some items that require hanging, like coats or special dresses that you have, and that is fine to be hanged, but for that you can have just a small tiny wardrobe, or incorporate a wardrobe in your hallway or wherever you have little space for a hanging clothes. Last lesson that I wanted to share with you today that I have learned from Marie Kondo is that you will fall in love with your personal style again. You will rediscover the things that you had that you didn't know about, perhaps you've forgotten, and you will have that breathing space in your closet or in your dresser. You will be able to see all the things that you have. You will know what is matching with what. Perhaps you can organize it in a way that you have all matching pieces in one place, and it will be easier to dress up in the morning or dress up for special occasions, because you will have all your accessories and all other things organized in a way that it's easy for you to find it. And if you have read Marie Kondo's book Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, and you have learned some things, you have some special tips that work for you, please share it in a comment below so that we all can learn together. I really want to create this community where we are sharing and learning from each other. So this will be it for today's video. I hope you take good care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye for now.